Is now the first person in the U.S. to die from bird flu. Louisiana Department of Health says that person was over the age of 65 and had underlying conditions. They contracted the H5N1 virus after exposure to backyard poultry and wild birds. Health officials say this rare case highlights the risks of close contact with infected birds, especially if you've got a lot of underlying conditions. They continue to urge caution around poultry and wild birds to try to prevent further infections. Now, bird flu is already affecting the supply of eggs, the prices that you pay for them. Egg production in the U.S. dropping 4% in November. And now the shortage is affecting many local businesses. Let's go live to Pico Union, where Fox 11's Christy Fajardo saw the impact firsthand. Christy.
Alex, not only are you paying more for eggs, so are bakeries like La Flor de Yucatan. And that means the people you see inside, they're picking up their rosca de res, are paying more this year.
These are now pretty much have to be run like a security guard because they're so expensive.
With the price of eggs, Mark Burgos jokes the fridge at his La Flor de Yucatan bakery feels like a bank vault.
It's a pastry that's rich in eggs, ready to be coming out.
And his King's Cakes or rosca de reyes in his ovens are priced for a royal.
Last year, looking back, they were, for the small one was $10, so now they're up to $14. It's hard to keep changing prices. People are used to seeing gas prices move up and down every day, but people are not used to coming and having their daily sweets go up and down in prices like the gas. So that's over $30 more a case.
He showed us skyrocketing invoices for eggs and says in 50 years in business in Pico Union, the family bakery has never had to hunt for better prices on cases of 15 dozen.
They were already down to $50 a case, and then they just shot up. They went 50, 60, 70, 90, 150.
Retailers blame bird flu, which has decimated flocks, for the nationwide egg shortage and soaring prices. But some farmers say seasonal molting is adding to the problem.
It's an 8-week period where they defeather all their old feathers and grow in new ones. While they're doing that, they're putting all their energy and all their hormones into that growth, and they're not able to produce as many eggs.
At this Ralph's in West LA, an apology to customers for limited supplies. A dozen eggs here runs almost $9. Trader Joe's in Santa Monica has eggs for as little as $2.99 if you can find them. The store is saying they'd be back in stock this evening. This other location only had jumbo pasture-raised organic eggs for $6.49.
Everything has a little bit of eggs.
Burgos can't afford to keep his shelves empty and worries the price of eggs will make pastries too pricey for his customers in this heavily immigrant community.
I would definitely like to see, the city, our local officials, investigate why our price is so high. I mean, is this just what it is, or is it somebody being greedy?
So how long will these high prices stick around? The U.S. Department of Agriculture says that prices should come down slowly in 2025 and that the egg supply should rebound by the middle of the year. So in the meantime, you may just want to shop around. Live in Pico Union, I'm Christy Fajardo. Listening back to you.
Wow, that's a big jump. Okay, yeah. Christy, thanks so much.
Well, it's official. The CDC has just confirmed that the United States has just recorded our very first human death of bird flu. According to the CDC, they say it just so happens that the patient who resided in Louisiana was the first one to actually have this more severe case. According to health officials, this patient was more than 65 years old and was exposed to a combination of backyard flocks and wild birds. The CDC also maintains and continues to maintain that the immediate risk to the public still remains low. However, the CDC did confirm that this patient had a more severe case of bird flu that likely mutated and caused more severe damage to the upper respiratory system. So, like I've said for several months, the bird flu is spreading.
For the first time, bird flu has claimed a human life in the U.S. Louisiana's health department says the patient was over the age of 65 and had underlying health problems and contracted the virus from exposure to a backyard flock of birds. The CDC says the health risk to the general public is low.